Live coding to me is like the best interface to interact with live music or live visuals on a computer.
Performing music and visual art by writing code in a live setting.
I think it's an artistic practice in which humans interact with algorithms in real time.
Well, first I think it's about the community. There are so many different kinds of live coding that there's space for anything. A lot of room for ideas, even if you're not a coder, even if you're not a musician.
For me, it means the possibility, the danger, essentially, of breaking something and it going terribly wrong.
It's not only about the music. I mean, the music is cool and it's a cool thing a cool tool to make music live and it's interesting. But for me, it's also that you are showing the code, so you are showing your thoughts in a way. So the communication between the public is super different. I'm really sharing what I'm thinking when I'm on stage.
Started, I think, like 2 or 3 years ago.
2018? No, 2017.
In 2013?
I think it was 2009.
So the other night when I performed with my new system was my first time performing with it. I've basically practiced for a long time without showing anybody because I wanted to be good enough to actually pull it off. It worked. I mean, people clapped and people came up to me afterwards and said, that was cool.
The thing that is the most compelling about the practice of live coding is the idea of failure being such a core concept. You know, you're programming live, you're coding live, your screen is on display, you can make typos, you can write the wrong function, it can crash at any moment, and this happens all the time, even the most experienced people. So it really creates an atmosphere where you can push boundaries and you can try things and not really be afraid of doing something wrong, you know, because sometimes the mistakes are what makes it interesting. It starts with this risk-taking and being willing to fail, and also being willing to celebrate other people's risks and failures.
Because when you use algorithms, it's not acoustic instrument, it's not electric instrument, it's an algorithmic instrument. So they have different possibilities that we are discovering.
The music can be highly erratic. I like that too, but I don't know, ends of a spectrum. The juxtaposition of on-the-grid danceability and just chaotic destruction but having a new sound to it.
Just being there in front of the people. I think your brain is different when you are there and thinking while you are performing, and it's both things, no? It's like you don't want it, but you want it at the end, no? It's like you want more, like a drug in a way.
I guess the most annoying question about it is like, so this is all happening in the computer?
I basically say, why? Why would you do that? That's just, you know, make music.
People say, oh, I could never do that. I'm not a coder. I don't understand what's happening.
Well, we suffer a lot about we are just a bunch of nerds and the music is not enough good, and probably it is, but it's not only about that, it's more.
Why are you doing that?
So I think this is a misconception among people who don't play with code, that there's some barrier. You have to be brilliant, you have to be a programmer since birth or something.
If we cannot see what you are doing on your computer, you can be checking your email or chatting with your friends and playing an audio file instead of playing. So that misconception of live coding being confused with DJs, probably it's annoying, but I don't think there is an annoying part of or question of live coding.
There's no way to really explain how easy it is. You just have to get people to try it, and then maybe they realize that I can make sounds and that's enough, and then you go from there.